Dexter's Lab is a great anime. I want to say the Powerpuff Girls is a great anime. A great slice of life anime, specifically. Oh, who can forget about Ed, and Eddie as the greatest isekai? Yeah, those are my picks. I did it.
Oh my god, this guy! Get him out of here!
Hey everybody, we're Certified Bad Takes, back again today with another draft. We're going to be drafting animes today. We've got 4 categories lined up: Shonen, Isekai, Action, and a wildcard pick. Today we don't have Axel, who normally does all the recording. I'm Erik. We've got Luke, probably somewhere to the left of me. I think everyone's to the left of me, actually.
I don't know. He'll be somewhere.
And then there's Karsten, either above me or to the left of me, depending on how they edit it. And then Ben, either to the top left of me or all the way to the left of me.
Well, I mean, I'm the one recording this time, so it's oriented for me this time, but I'd be surprised if we ended up with the 4-box layout. So if you're seeing this and we're in a 4-box layout, then I'm an idiot. But yeah.
And I guess technically, yeah, you could just set the order right now just by deciding.
It's true. I could make it really hard on Axel and drag people's cameras around midway through the process just to mess with him. Going to the wheel?
Yeah, let's send it to the wheel. See who's going first and last.
All right. This week we're going reverse order. We're gonna spice it up a little bit, just see what happens. So, picking 4th overall, we've got drum roll.
Erik.
It is Erik.
Yeah, there we go. The tradition lives on.
Fuck all you.
Which means you lost 3 spins in a row. Picking 3rd, we've got KD.
I'll take it.
And just because it's more fun, we'll skip right to number 1. First pick.
Who got fucked?
It's me. It's myself.
Luke got fucked.
I'm going first. Luke gets second. So we got me, Luke, Katie, and Erik. All right. Which, I won't. Normally I'd hate first pick, but we will take it considering my knowledge of some of those categories is less than some of yours. All right. You ready?
Ben, don't fuck up the first pick.
I will.
I don't think he has any choices that aren't going to be a fuck up.
It's true. There's a lot of great takes here early. I'm going to go with Isekai here first. And I'm going to take solo leveling.
Reasonable.
I'm seeing questionable looks.
Is
it?
So
he
everyone
goes in.
Loves it right now, but it's so boring.
Is it? I love it.
The action in it is great. The animation is great, and a lot of the good fights are really good. But there's a lot of fights that are just super boring and mostly irrelevant, and the writing is dog shit.
Sure.
I've heard it does get much better later on from people who read the manga, but so far,
as someone who hasn't read the manga, I think it's just a really fun time. That's it. Yeah. It's first overall, roast me immediately. I'm taking solo leveling.
I think that's reasonable. Like, if all you want is a really good string of fight scenes that are super hype, can't ask for much more.
I could ask for much more. A compelling story.
A lot more, actually.
Better character.
I mean, you want me to pick another one?
Also,
I'll pick another one.
Not for 70% of the fight scenes to be boring and irrelevant. The good ones are great.
I think this is a problem with the isekai genre, and it's fine. So do we have to pick? So I can pick whatever I want for this next one, right?
Yes, you
can. Okay. I'm going with Shonen Full Metal Alchemist.
That's
Alchemist or Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
Okay.
Still not great, but I'll give it to you.
One of the greatest animes of all time. Excuse me.
Super Cell. That's pretty typical.
Yeah,
Fine.
It's unanimously considered the overall, I guess, safest or top pick for anime because it's the most versatilely liked and easiest for new people to get into.
There are multiple animes that would like a word with you right now.
I mean, I'm going by the essentially the populace is it is voted number 1.
I was just gonna say, I will say I agree with Katie a little bit here. I think Full Metal Alchemist is a little overrated. I think it's good. I think
Mm.
I think it's a little overrated.
Again, not my personal feelings on the show. I think it's also very good, but a little overrated. But it is still ranked by the general populace
That's
as
It's one of the few animes I've watched that start to finish I was thoroughly engaged and it had a satisfying ending, which especially in shonen is asking a lot.
Sure.
maybe, I don't know. There's a Yu Yu Hakusho right there. It's right
There-
there.
there's no satisfying ending though.
Yeah, that one just
The
keeps.
dark
That's a
tournament
great.
ended, but that wasn't where it was supposed to end.
No, but
Yeah.
that's not where it ends, and they animated the rest of it, and then he went back and rewrote the last arc for the show to finish the manga he didn't get to write because his back gave out on him.
I like a story told in a reasonable amount of time with great characters that's entertaining throughout. Like just quality per episode. I don't think you can beat Full Metal Alchemist.
There's a
Flat
Hunter
out.
Hunter right there.
I love the Ant arc. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It is very hard to get through.
It's too long. It's
Stop
just too
giving them
long.
options, KD. I have certain
Um,
picks I want.
And all of these are
I-
on my list, by the way. Thank you. You're not. No one's
Yeah.
giving me options.
You're listing my runner-ups. I'm not concerned about them not being mentioned here.
I-
Like
I could flip a coin here and I'd be happy with any of these.
There's a Hajime no Ippo, which is a shonen, right there.
I haven't seen that one.
Hajime is so good. It's a boxing animated, but oh my gosh, we'll talk about animation, fight scenes, and great characters.
All right.
So,
All right. Number 3.
oh fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
KD.
I'm gonna go with my isekai first because I think there's good options at the rest of them. I am going to take, and this is tough because there's some lower down I think are better. I won't say better. I will say that I have more nostalgia for, but I think the time I got it reincarnated as a slime is the one I have to take here.
That was
It's
my
really
top pick
good.
for Isekai.
It's
I
so
knew it was
good.
going to get taken before I focused on Isekai, but it was going to be my top pick if it didn't.
To be fair, I almost took So I'm a Spider, So What? Which if you've never
Also
seen,
super good.
so good. It's really, really, really funny. But no, time I got reincarnated as a slime. Yeah.
Yeah, super solid pick.
All right, Eric, you're up.
Well, I'm a little bit sorry to the viewers because there aren't going to be as many outlandish picks for me this week. I'm too much of a nerd and have seen too many animes. My number one pick is going to go under action, and it's going to be Gurren Lagann before any other Lukes steal it. Because Gurren Lagann slaps. I will hear nothing else.
It is the best super robot show ever made.
Yeah.
And as someone who doesn't necessarily love it, I will give it that credit. I get why people like that show because it is super accessible. And if you're not like into mecha and like some of the heaviness that can come with like most mecha shows, it's super accessible. But man,
Gurren Lagann does get pretty heavy. It's not heavy.
how many war crimes get committed on an episodic basis in Gurren Lagann? Like actual factual, these people would go to The Hague, war crimes.
A lot
Be
less
fair,
than
I
most
mean-
action, I would venture.
Because let me tell you about a show called Code Geass, where
I'm-
every episode a major war crime happens.
I mean,
I'm just saying it's
I mean,
not
sure.
heavy.
most
They're
action
major
animes.
war crimes because the world is controlled by a singular source. So if we're looking at the picture from this world being controlled by a singular source, everything they commit since they break to the surface is a war crime. Everything they do every single day is a war crime.
Okay, so just
They're terrorists.
while I will give you this, I was watching G-Quux today. I watched a person use their psychic powers to pull a literal space colony through time and space, split it in half, and kill 1 million people in the blink of an eye.
But did the main character get depression after that for like 20 episodes?
She threw up and then cried about it, and then said she could hear all their voices screaming in her head, and then went and shot the leader of the nation for making her do it. Yes.
Reasonable response.
Follow it
Pick
up.
number 5?
Yep.
Yep.
That's you.
Yeah. Pick number 5. I'm gonna throw under the shonen category and just take Hunter x Hunter, because it's probably the best shonen out there, other than possibly One Piece.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot
No,
take. I don't.
it's a pretty solid take.
It's a good show. I would say it's a great show. The best is that's a task. You are
Writing's
signing it up
great,
for a
character
lot.
development's great. They always, like, most of the bad guys, if not all of them, you have some connection with. All the good guys you have some connection with. The power scaling is fantastic. The power system's incredible. And there isn't just a whole crap ton of nonsense and filler and ridiculous outscaling and bull crap.
It's Yu Yu Hakusho doing a Dragon Ball Z. He was writing Yu Yu Hakusho and he got hired to like draw some DBZ and was like, wait, this shit's way better. So he made a DBZ.
I would argue that some of the plot lines in Hunter x Hunter seem to go on longer than they probably need to. There were a couple times where I was like, this could have been an episode or two shorter.
Compared to what shonens?
I mean, there's a lot. Shonens in general do like to kind of drag on in the middle.
Yeah, because they like to
is
do
why I
character, like they like to do a lot of character development, but a lot of them very drastically overdeveloped. I do think the Chimera Ant arc could have been a little bit shorter, but that's the only one.
That one
that I
was
felt like
was
could have been a little
long.
bit shorter.
I think the I'm trying to remember the full extent of the like in the virtual video game world one. I feel like that one felt like it went a little long, but I don't remember necessarily.
Another point in the Full Metal Alchemist column.
All right.
We're not going to re-adjudicate that one. But
All right.
all right.
Going to 6. KD.
I guess I'll take Shonen because I think my last two y'all are going to pick what I'm going to pick. I'll live with it. I'm going to take Dragon Ball Z. It is the basis of everything that is Shonen anime. What became Shonen anime? Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. We don't talk about GT. Dragon Ball Daima. Toriyama-san made so many careers, and I don't want to say save the industry because the industry was always thriving, but for what became the biggest force in anime and manga, it wouldn't be as big as it is if it wasn't for Goku.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason for the Olympics. The mascots were Mario, Goku, and Hello Kitty.
I love Naruto. I love Luffy. They're both Gokus.
I personally think Luffy is a little bit better Goku than Goku is, but not by a huge margin.
But he is a
I'm
Goku.
just, for the sake of time and everyone out there, I'm just not gonna talk about how not good Naruto is.
Woo!
It's not. It's fine. It is fine, but I do think it's poorly paced. I do think they leave a lot of the villains are ass. A lot of the villains are ass.
Everything takes forever. There's 1.5 billion filler. The bad guys aren't super great. The scaling is whack. Like, I'm not gonna get into it anymore. I'll be here all day.
We're gonna, if you want the part 2, where it's just 45 minutes of Erik shit talking Naruto.
It'll be there.
One last thing before we move on, I do want to say something that gets underestimated about DBZ is its power to bring people together. The day or Akira Toriyama died, the cartels in Mexico called a ceasefire to mourn his death.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, if that doesn't tell you how impactful that show and that anime, like, god damn.
You know, Mario brought video games into the public eye. Dragon Ball Z brought anime in.
The only problem I realistically have with Dragon Ball Z, other than certain parts being outrageously long, like the 4-episode Spirit Bomb, but other than that, the only problem I have with it is more of a problem as I got older than when I was younger. I just don't find constant, massive power scaling to be as entertaining.
It's unsustainable.
I will say this: what Toriyama wrote in Super, with about like how the power scaling works, and how Super is actually one big long story of Goku reaching Ultra Instinct, is so good. All right,
Yeah.
All right.
Luke, what's your next
You're
pick?
up.
I'm gonna take Isekai. I'm gonna be honest. Most of the top ones for the genre I don't love. So I'm gonna have to go with the one that I've been watching recently and actually really enjoying, Shangri-La Frontier.
I haven't seen it. Don't know
Haven't
shit
watched
about
it
it.
yet.
Uh,
It's on my short list to
it's-
watch. I just haven't gotten around to it.
It's just a good time. It's a dude who loves video games playing a video game. I'm calling it an isekai because you spend most of the time in a VR game, although he can technically leave. It's a really good time. I wish they had better animation a lot of the time, but sometimes that's the fun of it, I guess.
All right.
Before we go on, we have a opportunity to pull Axel in here midstream. Do we want to do that or no?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
For everyone out there, we just saw that Axel came into our Discord, so we're gonna pull him in here, not on camera, but just to listen to us rant while we finish our stream.
You have to listen to us talk about anime.
Oh shit! You did not just pull me in here.
Yeah, midstream.
Midstream.
And a reminder,
Why?
It'll be great.
I already told the audience that we were pulling you in midstream.
I can't edit that out. It's in.
Yeah,
it's in it
it's
permanently.
canon now.
Video.
I do have a thing around 7. I can go a bit late, but like,
We'll keep it moving.
Not-
All right.
yeah, I expect after 7 at this point, but like,
No, it's fine. Axel will just pick up where you left off.
No. The entire purpose of me not being a part of this one is because I don't want to be a part of this one.
It's
We're
too
not
late.
part of it. Wasn't part of it.
You've been roped in. All right. Anyway, we'll keep moving.
Ben, you're up.
We're on 8 for It's Me, and I've got a crazy back-to-back here. At 8, we're gonna go Shonen. We're gonna take Demon Slayer,
Okay.
Solid. Demon Slayer slaps.
and I love everything about the show. The only thing that I don't like, I guess there's two things. There's some seasons where the early character buildy episodes are very shonen, very silly,
A little boring.
slapstick, just not all that. It doesn't really add a whole lot. It's interesting world building to a degree, but it doesn't add as much. It's the last like half of a season where everything is all the value really is. So that's one complaint.
Yeah.
The other complaint of that is, good lord, I cannot take Zenitsu. That if he was asleep the whole show, 10 out of 10. When he's awake, he knocks it down at least a point, just because he's just the worst.
He's very annoying when he's awake, but they have gotten better about not doing that as much as the first season.
I think which season was it? It's the Entertainment District, I think. He was asleep the whole season. Oh my god. I was like, they did it. They solved it. They solved the problem.
I mean, they're gonna have to do a lot more of that because it's pretty much gonna be just a lot of fighting from here on out.
Yeah.
And he can't fight not asleep. So
Yeah.
All right, what's your second pick?
All right. Following it up with a hell of a 1-2 punch. We're going action. We're taking Attack on Titan.
ooh,
Pretty
Yeah.
good one. It's a pretty good one.
I wanted it, but there were things that I needed to not get robbed of before that.
Yeah, the 1-2
Yeah.
punch of Demon Slayer Attack on Titan. It's
It's
a little
really good.
basic, but it is good.
I will give that has one of the best twists when they figure out there's a whole world outside of the wall.
Oh
And
yeah.
you realize, oh shit, they're just on upside down Madagascar. Oh shit, they're just on Earth. Dope.
The ending of that, like, they do some weird timey shenanigans, leaves you with a lot of questions. You're like, what is going on? Like, what do people know? What are people's actual intentions? Because you're not really actually in anyone's like head, right? Like, it is the show following Eren, but it becomes less of that as the show goes on. And then it becomes, I'm in the dark on everyone. I don't know what anyone's real intentions are. And it makes it that much more interesting because as things kind of get revealed in the last episode or two, it's just all of the like realizations, the like fireworks going off of, oh, that makes sense. And oh, didn't think of that. And all the little twists and everything lining up and all that stuff. It was days after that final episode where I was just like, still like new angles, new ways of seeing things, different connections, and like kind of being like, oh, actually, I wonder if this, and like it's not a lot of shows really do that. So for me, that's really part of what makes Attack on Titan special.
They did the mystery part of that show so incredibly well. With like just revealing and like hiding a whole ton of small things in constantly. that you most of the time you just miss, especially on a first watch through.
Yep.
But like
We
me and my
rewatched
friend
it
Tom
too.
would just freaking like go over like conspiracy theories or theories of what's happening or what could be happening and what's going on for hours on end.
Anyway, Attack on Titan at 9. Moving on. You got Luke at 10.
All right, Luke, what you got?
So for action, I actually haven't played a single game, but I actually really like Final Fantasy Advent Children. I think that is some amazing action in that movie, and if you're looking for like, I'm gonna sit down and watch some action for an hour and a half or whatever long it is, I don't think you can pick a better movie.
Advent Children is the sequel to 7.
Yep, it's 3D animated, and it's just Cloud doing Cloud stuff until Sephiroth shows up, and then they do Cloud and Sephiroth stuff at each other.
I want to rant so much here, but we have to keep that. Again, if you want to catch the addendum where me and Eric just rant about some shit, I will be ranting about Advent Children.
I don't know the story. All I know is they do really cool flashy sword move, and there's a motorcycle and he's shooting his gun sword, and it's really cool.
Final Fantasy narrative, to me, feels like Kingdom Hearts narrative in the sense that no one has much of an idea what's going on unless they are really trying. And that's as someone who has not really played many of the Final Fantasy games, so I may be way off, but boy, every time I've heard someone kind of talk about it, I'm just like, I don't get it.
Carson, you're up.
11th.
All right, so for my 11th pick, I'm going to go action. Fuck, I don't want to go. I'm going to go action, and I'm going to take a Gundam series. I don't want to make Eric right, so I don't want to take Zeta. But the answer
Just
is
fucking
Zeta.
take Zeta. We know
The
you're all
answer
going
is
to take
Zeta.
Zeta. I've
Yeah,
known it
okay.
since I proposed this episode that you were going to take Zeta.
Zeta is the single greatest mecha anime ever made. It is Tomino's best work. It is beautiful. It is truly heart-wrenching what that crew goes through fighting for Earth. You see all of the characters from the first show come back. Many of them don't survive. You see the rivalry between the main two characters start to build towards its zenith. You see the future be crushed at the last episode, and it is heart fucking wrenching. You want to talk about emotional weight? Like Zeta is a gut punch. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic watch, and it is also a brutal gut punch the entire way. I cannot recommend it enough. Camille deserved better, but at the same time, you know, they had to learn the hard way how not to be used as weapons as new types, and unfortunately, it costs Camille part of his mind. Yeah, Zeta Gundam's great. It's fantastic. So yeah, watch it.
Make my
Also,
coworker real.
Quattro Regina is not Char. I don't care what you have been told. I don't care what anybody thinks he is. Quattro Regina is not Char.
Nobody does.
Anybody who's watched Zeta will know what that means.
I know.
Does he? Now I don't know. Now I don't know if he knows. 3
All right,
raccoons
what
in
you
a
got?
trench coat.
Basically.
All right, we got the back to
I'm
back.
back to back. I thought I was going to have to wait for my last pick. I only prepared one.
Ah,
This
send
is a
it.
disaster.
Oh my god! Now we're gonna have to fill the air. All right, Carson, you had a rant. What do you want to go on?
Oh, Advent Children. Yeah.
I'm not live. We're
I
not
can
live.
talk about Naruto and think about my pick at the same time.
No, I can do Advent Children in 2 minutes. I can talk about why that is bad in 2 minutes.
That's
Like,
barely a rant.
What if I give
Is it
you
'cause the fights are
45
bad? 'Cause if
seconds?
not-
45 seconds? Sure, I can do it in 45 seconds.
Do it. Send it.
Cool. Why the hell is Sephiroth back? Why the hell is he in memory? What the hell do you mean he just reappeared out of fucking Genova cells? What the fuck do you mean Cloud is dying because his cells are falling apart? What the fuck do you mean the Turks are still around? We watch all of them die. Why is everything still gray when the end of the game shows life coming back to the planet? Why are any of them still fighting? None of it makes sense. None of it.
Because it looks really cool.
Shooty, stabby,
That was-
Carson, obviously.
That
Yeah,
was legendary.
like
That wasn't
you're-
even close to 45 seconds. He nailed it. Wow.
What part of shooty, stabby, flashy Cloud Sephiroth is not clear here? I'm just going to go with what I had originally prepared and go with my dress-up darling. Really funny, really cute, about a cosplayer who is very popular and very excitable, And she finds someone who is much more reserved, but they're good at sewing, and she convinces him to make all her cosplays that she wanted because she's not very good at it.
That sounds wonderfully sweet, and also
It is.
like
And
some shit I
it's
would never watch.
It's super good.
I've started a lot of animes where I'm like, this is really high quality. Off.
All right, what's your second
Alright,
pick, Eric?
Send it.
Y'all speed run.
One that is a very good anime, but I have a problem with is ReZero. Because I
Sure.
can't stand the main character. He's such a whiny baby. But the rest of the show is great.
Yeah.
As far as isekais go.
No game, no
But, like,
life.
Dude, No Game No Life slaps. I want season 2 so bad. Why can't we just have season 2?
If you pick it here,
Just
you
pick
might
it.
get it.
Do Log
You know
Horizon
what?
over that one.
Fuck it. If I'm not the only one that's seen it, I'm going with it. No Game No Life.
It's a good show. It's a very good show.
It slaps.
We picked the Goonies and broke the rules. We can pick a controversial thing.
Yeah, one of the other ones, like, I was trying to, like, I didn't want to pick because there are certain slight things I don't like with it, was Jobless Reincarnation, because the main character is really kind of pervy and shitty at points. It's not something that's, like, constant, but it does keep popping up and is kind of annoying.
All right.
But otherwise, the writing is amazing.
All right,
We're on the home
is
stretch.
Is it back to me?
It's back
Yeah,
to
it's
you.
back to you.
Pick number 14.
This is tough because it's my wild card. There's so many directions I could go.
Yep.
Fuck it, I'm taking Yu Yu Hakusho. It's so good.
The old classique.
It is so good. Dark Tournament, climbing the tower, the fight in the demon world, going to save Genkai, being jammed up in the fucking cave, holding the eggs that turns into like a little blue cute thing. It's just all over the place. Also, Yusuke Urameshi is one of the best written characters in anime. Bar none.
He's written very well.
Yeah, so
All the characters in Yu Yu Hakusho are written really well for the most part.
it was I will tell you, this pick was almost Yu-Gi-Oh, the original series, because it's so bonkers.
It's
so impossible. Like
the original Yu-Gi-Oh is a little off the charts, especially when you compare it to the actual game that came from it.
There's a YouTube video. Feel free, those of you who are here. After this, don't leave yet. We're almost done. After this, feel free to go look. There's a video. I don't even remember who did it, but it's basically just an analysis of the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And all of the wild rule breaking that happens, and just who breaks the rules the most. It's a good watch, but oh my god, I forgot just how much rule breaking there was. No one knows on the planet Earth what Swords of Revealing Light does, but it does everything. You can't draw any cards anymore. You can't attack me. You can't deal anything to my life points.
There's only one way to beat it, and I know how. Because for the last 4 turns, my mystical elf has been chanting a special song and is going to make my stone soldier stab his sword into the moon and wreck the whole field.
My favorite one, the reason I was going to take the original series, because that means I also get season 0, where Yugi is just a serial murderer, because he, like, whenever somebody bullies somebody, makes them play a penalty game, and it always ends up with them just getting murdered. Like, thrown off a building, lit on fire, shot in the face. Just like, it's the most violent shit. It's hilarious. All right.
I mean, if you watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh and not like the safe one for over here, it is way fucked.
All right, we keep it moving.
Luke, what you got?
Last pick.
Wild card, Cowboy Bebop.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gotta. It's one of the all-time classics.
All right.
it is. I always liked Trigun more, but they're both classics. So
As I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate Bebop even more. That story is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's
super good.
See you later,
such a
State.
good rewatch.
Right.
No, it's just such a good rewatch. Every time you watch it, every episode is engaging while building the story in ways you don't even know it's doing. It's just like, oh, fuck yeah.
So, I got last pick here.
Wrap us up,
Pick
Ben.
number 16. We got wild card. So far, we've got one movie on the list. I'm gonna make it 2. This is my favorite anime movie. Period. Just I think it's a masterpiece. I'm going with Your Name. I love that movie so much. I did not see
What?
Your Name. I did.
Your Name?
Have you not seen Your
I
Name?
haven't seen. I think
No,
you're the
I
only
haven't
one
either.
who's seen this one. But it's
I-
on the list now.
All right, you guys gotta. That movie is phenomenal. I was gonna spoil something. I won't spoil anything. It's worth a watch. Anyone who knows, go in the comments and talk about it if you want. But I love
What
that
kind
movie.
of movie is it?
It's romance like, but it's not really. It's kind of your slice of. It's honestly, I had this
It's a
in
dark
both.
slice of life.
No, not really, but also yes, it's complicated. No amount of description that I can give is going to describe it well without me potentially spoiling stuff. I strongly recommend it. I love that movie. It's really great.
If you agree with our list, definitely leave us a like, comment, and share with your friends. If you don't agree with our list, definitely argue with us in the comments, share, and tell your friends. Definitely great list, everybody. Think we had a great time today. Plus, lots of good anime out there to watch. So check it out. And from Certified Tad Takes, we'll see you next week.
And if you want any possible things to watch, my list is beyond long. So just ask.
And this was the cartoon episode.
Put them in freeze.